Hello Capricorn, and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading. I'm going to see what's coming in for you this week. I'm going to do them a little bit, this reading a bit like my daily readings. So it's super hot here today. So I'm just kind of shortening and simplifying everything a little bit, because otherwise the heat takes it out of you. It really does. So let's see what's coming in. The Seven of Swords. Okay, a tricky situation perhaps, but there's a shift and change to the energy and a new focus that comes through. Even though you're tired, it's like, I'm a bit tired of this, but I'm coming up with a new solution, which is really great. And then it's like, okay, I'm ready to nurture myself. Oh, the Death card. Okay, so transformational energy coming through here with the Death card. Absolutely. It may feel like it's something like it kind of got the energy of a breakthrough. It might feel like something small, but at the same time, there's bigger energies at play here. These are all like, I'm doom-be-doom-be-doom, just doing my thing. Perhaps you're working on something in the background, and you just, I feel like potentially there's something in the background or the side that you're working on in your life that's not your main energy, but at the same time, it's taking a lot out of you at this moment in time, and it could be transformational to your life. So it's a bigger, longer, slower cycle of energy, but it's really potentially there's something coming up around it that is very significant this week, okay, with the Magician energy that you're going to either become very consciously aware of, or you're willing something into creation, you're manifesting, or something is manifested. So the Magician energy can be working out the how. Okay, how is something moving forward? Because you can't, this Death card is the white horse of spirit coming through and just transforming something in your life. So it's Pluto coming through, but Pluto's having a big chat to Mercury here, the Magician, and saying, okay, I'm getting some messages. Let's work out a plan. Let's actually move forward. Let's get working here. So I actually feel like this is kind of like potentially could feel exciting but unexpected as well, like a bit of a surprise. Like you're just going along doing your thing at the 7, the 8, the 9, here I am taking it step by step, quite literally, 7, 8, 9. And then suddenly, boom, out of the blue comes the Magician. And it's like, I was not expecting you. So the Magician can be, like I said, some kind of interesting magical solution or something you become very consciously aware of. This can be a person that comes in that can actually help shift and change the direction of something. It can be somebody with a level of expertise that comes in. So interesting. The other thing with this, and then we've got the Queen of Cups, which is it's all about nurturing yourself, looking after yourself, really is important after. This is all feels like very external energy, the 7, 8, 9 and the Magician. Like I'm out there doing things, having to deal with life. And then at the end of the day, I need to come back home and be the Queen of Cups. Not gender specific. It's just the divine feminine of looking after yourself and going, take a deep breath. Yes, there's some challenging things around with the day, or, I just had to deal with it. But making sure at the end of the day that you're looking after yourself. Absolutely do something really special for yourself, or just nurture yourself with that Queen of Cups energy. Now, it is interesting as well because you've got a couple of cards. 7 of Swords can mean that there's somebody around doing something dodgy around in the background, maybe somebody that you can't trust. They might have an ulterior motive, or there's something hidden about what it is that they're doing. The Magician can sometimes be somebody who's a little bit liberal with the truth. So there might be someone, and the 9 of Wands is there looking a bit suspicious. Don't be suspicious. So it's like a case of just trying to work out what it is that you can trust here, or who it is that you can trust. Luckily, you do have the 8 of Wands, which feels like it's just pretty straight up. The 8 of Wands is clear communication. It's like, this is just what it is and how it is. It's a very direct and clear news or communication that comes through. But this could be something that definitely is perhaps something that somebody was working on in the background and that you didn't know about. So this could have come as a bit of a surprise that this information comes to light, or that you're hearing something on the news, or there's some kind of interesting direct news that comes in that you're like, okay, so now I have to I don't know whether to trust it or not. I'm not sure whether to believe this situation, or I'm tired of this. Again, the Nine of Wands is tired. But whatever it is, whatever this comes in with the Eight of Wands, like some kind of directive or clear communication or news of some sort, the solution is there with the Magician energy as well. So it really is, if there's been something that's been underlying or not clear, or you haven't been able to trust somebody, or you're not sure, the Eight of Wands is just like, this is it. This is the truth. So the truth does come out. Something is cleared up or made to be very, very clear in some way, shape or form. And that's where you can okay, well, we can just get on with it now. Let's get on with it. But there's potentially some kind of interesting news that comes through that could be transformational with that Death card coming in. So I do feel like this is, it could even be something quite big for some of you, but there's definitely some kind of message that you are going to get. And then it's a case of how you're going to work with this energy, how you're going to work with this information, how you're going to use it to turn it into an opportunity, use it to your advantage. But it's also like you just working with a lot of really intense energies here, where you're kind of turning something around, or something's turned into a new direction, which is positive. I actually feel like this is positive and transformational. There's this sense of, oh, okay, I've had this suspicion that this is coming, or I've had this sense of, I'm sick of fighting this, or this soul weariness. And so now that it's finally seeing a clarity in the direction, it actually feels like, okay, this is good because I can work with it. At least it's something clear in front of me that I can work with here. But it still is that sense of, the Magician is the energy you're putting out to the world, like I'm working with this and coming up with solutions, working out the how. But it's also, you've got that Divine Feminine, the Queen of Cups. Make sure you look after yourself. And like I said, with the Death card, this is a sense of potentially like a change, but it could bring through transform something in your life. So we've got find the blessings in your current situation. Yeah, I think it's going to come through loud and clear. If there's something that's kind of just, like I said, not being certain of, and if this is news or a very clear communication that comes through, it takes a moment to adjust to in some way, shape or form. There is blessings here with the Death card coming through and the Magician, like there's solutions, transformations, and we've got persistence, okay? So they're saying stick with something, okay? Find the blessings in your current situation and persistence. Trust that third eye energy of where you're being directed at this moment in time, because, like I said, it has this interesting energy of, yes, there's words being spoken, news coming in, direct, clear communication, shifts in energy, but that's all happening on our human realm. There's a bigger energy at play here that's coming in, and it's just trusting that. And so that's interesting. And whatever shifts and changes in the energy this week, they're saying to still stick with it. There's solutions that comes through with it. And it's the bigger picture. It's saying look at the bigger picture. So it doesn't mean it's a negative thing that's coming through. It just means you're going to potentially have to adapt or pivot to it, or something becomes clear when it wasn't clear. So, and then it's a matter of, okay, what do I do with this information now? So it's good. It's good. It's better than this worrying or not sure, or something's not clear and not sure if you can trust someone or a situation. It's like, yeah, I can see what I'm dealing with now. So let's pull an affirmation card. I mean, not an affirmation card, an animal spirit energy for you, Capricorn. Let's pull an animal spirit energy for you. The snake. Okay, interesting. The snake coming out. So, yeah, interesting. The snake. I do feel like there's potentially somebody around who you can't necessarily trust, but that's okay. It's not something that you can't handle here. And that's not necessarily such a bad thing, because you'll see the clarity of that if that's a situation. But the snake is about the ending of a cycle, that there's karma here that's coming through. So some kind of fated or karmic news or communication that comes in. And so interestingly, with the snake, it's saying that something ends and something begins all at the same time. It's about the cycles of life. And so something's shifting and changing with a major, something's like there's a major theme in your life of something ending. And so the snake is saying that actually what's coming with that is these beautiful gifts that come in here with the snake. So this is the gifts of the karmic ending that are coming to you. And it quite literally could translate, they're quite literally saying, this could translate into a gift, to be open to receive what the universe is gifting you this week. So interesting because, it's a mixed energy, to be honest, Capricorn. Some of it feels like there's a test. It's a bit of a test or a challenge to the situation, but there's blessings and you can turn the situation into an opportunity and there's gifts coming with it as well. And it's like, so I think it's just you're handling a whole heap of different energies at this moment in time, but there are a lot of positives. And again, with that Queen of Cups energy, it's about nurturing yourself, and that this is potentially a transformational time that's coming here at this moment in time. So you're dealing with big energies. So that's it, Capricorn. I mean, we are moving closer and closer to your season, and that's the thing. You're at this with the Nine of Wands right in the center. You know, this is, imagine like when we step into your season, your solar energy gets recharged for the year. So when we get to Sagittarius season, which is the season just before you, that's where you're kind of at your lowest ebb, your lowest energy. And so the universe is still throwing things at you, but there's a soul weariness here or a fatigue that is saying, yes, you're still kind of working with external energies, but you still have to look after yourself because this just feels like the tail end of like finishing up and completing things, and tail end of having to deal with stuff before you're about to step into your season. So that's why it feels like a bit of a challenge, only because I feel like you're tired or there's a soul weariness to it, but not because it's anything particularly negative or that you can't handle. So it really is just get through this, and when it gets to your season, that's when you get the right revitalization and the energy back. So that's why we've got persistence as well. So, yeah, find the blessings in your current situation. There are blessings coming to you, and just universe wants you to be open to receive that. So that's it, Capricorn. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. If you're interested in my personalized services, the link for that is in the description box below, and take care.